So I've been making a lot of layered cakes in my kitchen and having a lot of fun with them. The next one on my list is this 2-layer butterscotch cake that I'm making with a homemade butterscotch sauce and a buttercream frosting. Let's get started. For the sponge, I'm starting with some homemade dahi, and into this I'm adding some baking soda. Once you mix it, you will see that the curd becomes super foamy and bubbly. This looks good. Let's set this aside. In a separate bowl now, I am combining some brown sugar along with some vegetable oil. Let's give this a good mix. So the brown sugar has started to dissolve a little in the oil. At this stage, I am also going to add in the yogurt and the baking soda mixture that we had set aside earlier, along with a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I've mixed this properly, the curd has been incorporated, and now at this stage we can start sifting in our dry ingredients. I'm using all-purpose flour, which is maida, along with some baking powder. I highly recommend sifting your dry ingredients when you're making an eggless recipe like this because it aerates your maida and makes it lighter. And now using my spatula, I'm going to gently mix the dry ingredients in so that my batter comes together. And one final ingredient, these butterscotch nuts, which give a great crunch to the cake. These are easily available online, and I'll leave a link for you in the description box below. If you can't get your hands on these, you could also use caramelized cashew nuts. I'll leave the process for that in the caption as well. I'm folding these in and my batter is now ready. And I'm now going to divide this batter between two 6-inch pans which I've greased with vegetable oil and lined with parchment paper. If you want, you could also bake this in a single 9-inch cake pan. And these are now ready for my preheated oven 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. While our cakes are baking, let's get the work started on the butterscotch sauce, which is incredibly simple to make. In a pan here over medium heat, I am going to melt some brown sugar with some salted butter. So it's been a couple of minutes and you'll see that the sugar and butter have melted. At this stage, I'm adding in some fresh cream which is at room temperature. It's important to ensure you're not using cold cream straight out of the fridge. We let this cook for a few minutes until our sauce comes to a slight boil. Once you see these bubbles and your sauce becomes slightly thick, it means it's done. We can take it off the heat and let it cool completely. Let's work on the last element for our cake, which is the buttercream frosting. I'm starting with some softened butter here and we'll beat it on high speed until it becomes super light and fluffy. This looks good. Into this, I'm adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract and we'll beat it in as well. And now let's sift in our icing sugar. I'm going to do this in batches, and after adding each batch, I'm going to beat it using my mixer until it's nicely incorporated. Last batch of the icing sugar has been incorporated and my frosting looks super fluffy and smooth. At this stage, I'm adding in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the butterscotch sauce that we had made earlier, which is cooled completely, and we'll beat it in as well. So my buttercream frosting is ready. My cakes have also baked completely. I've let them cool. Now let's carefully demold them and then start working on the assembly of our cake. To assemble the cake, I'm going to place the first layer on my turntable and brush it generously with the sugar syrup that I've made by combining equal parts of sugar and water. Let's use the buttercream frosting to make a rim around the edge and also spread some in the middle. Onto this, I am drizzling some butterscotch sauce. You could add as much or as little as you like, along with the butterscotch nuts. This looks good. Let's place our second layer on top. And now all that is left to do is to also frost the sides and top of my cake to give it a beautiful look. To decorate my cake, I want to give it a dripping effect, so I'm going to pour my butterscotch sauce on top and use my spoon to push it down the edges. And for that final touch, I'm going to pipe some more buttercream frosting around the edges. This cake has a few elements which are all super fun to make and put together. I hope you guys will try this recipe at home and share pictures with me by tagging me on Instagram at Shivez17. I'll see you guys next week with more recipes. Until then, happy baking and take care.